So, hi Sue, Neil.
Hi.
Hi there.
Well, thank you very much for agreeing to have a little chat with us. Basically, I just wanted to have a talk to you about the building job we've just completed for you. A little bit about the background. So, tell me, how did you go about buying the house? What were you looking for?
Well, it all started when we had decided to move to the area, and we were initially looking at apartments, but decided that probably apartments weren't for us, and that a bungalow might make a better idea for the future, providing more space and better living accommodation. We looked at several bungalows in the area, but they were not of a type that we would like. We have become used to having two bathrooms, or as we describe, his and her bathrooms in the past, and therefore we were looking for a bungalow that either had the two bathrooms or one that had the scope to have an ensuite put into one of the bedrooms. We found this particular bungalow, and our first thoughts were, yes, we liked the overall context of where it was situated, within a 5-minute walk of shops in a rather pleasant village of Tettenhall, and everybody we spoke to when we were house hunting were very friendly, and we decided it was a place we could live. So that when we looked at this, we are not into building at all, but we suspected that this was a bungalow with at least one bedroom big enough to have part of it taken away and converted to an ensuite bathroom.
So when you were looking for a place, you knew that the place you picked, there was likely you had to carry out some work.
We knew.
We thought that was quite likely, and then we had the usual problem of where do you find a builder if you decide to buy this bungalow?
Okay. And how did you hear about Grace Homes?
We were fortunate as much as our daughter had had work carried out by Trevor and his merry band, and were very pleased with the work which had been carried out.
Okay.
So
fantastic.
we contacted Trevor, and he immediately offered his services to help us make a decision on whether we made an offer for the bungalow or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So he came along with us in the first instance and looked round to see whether there was possibility of installing an ensuite shower room, and he said yes, it was a viable proposition, and so.
But the bungalow was overpriced.
It was overpriced.
So we were able to have his expertise on local property values and that. So with Trevor's help, yes, we could do what we wanted. He gave us a rough estimate of what it cost, and it was within our budget.
Yeah.
And we were then able to make an offer with Trevor's advice, and luckily we secured the property just before Christmas.
Okay, fantastic.
We were then in a situation whereby months ago, long before we decided to move to the area, we had pre-booked a holiday to visit my sister in Florida.
Very nice.
And we were going to be away for a good part of January and February. That turned out to be very fortunate, because Trevor and his merry men were able to come in and start work in what turned out to be a relatively mild winter. They were able to get the outside work done within the mild period, and when the small cold spell snapped, were able to carry on work indoors.
So that involved laying outside work, involved
new drains and improving the existing drains.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because the other bathroom needed a complete revamp as well, didn't
Yes.
it? The main bathroom was in
Okay.
a terrible state, and so there's a lot of plumbing to be done there.
Right.
And also all the windows needed replacement as well. So
all the windows out as well.
Everything. It was really gutted, wasn't it? I
it
think?
was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the work commenced when we went on holiday.
Yeah, and I understand there were a few,
There were a few
issues whilst you were away.
Yeah, but luckily
We had taken a laptop with us, and we were able to keep in touch and discuss the problems, or solve the problems. I
That's
think,
right,
is the
yeah.
Answer.
Which, yeah, I mean, having the laptop, it really proved advantageous.
First time we'd ever done it.
Yeah, but it really worked. So
would you say the communication was pretty
very
straightforward
good.
while you were
Yeah,
away?
because we used to look at it every day to see,
Oh, really?
yeah, to
Yes.
see whether there were any
Keep
problems.
an eye on the
Yeah,
team,
well,
hey?
Because a lot of our friends thought we were absolutely crazy leaving builders to get on with it while we were away on holiday. They
And
said,
based upon your experience,
Yes.
what would you have to say to them now?
well, we would say that we were very lucky to find a team led by Trevor, and we met all the workmen when we returned from holiday. I have to say, when we opened the door, when we returned, that it was oh dear, I thought they will never ever get this finished in time.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
But they turned up trumps. They all got on with their work, and we met them all. They were all trustworthy. They knew what they were doing.
And exactly 3 months after completing the purchase of the bungalow, we moved in.
Okay.
Okay, there were a few jobs still to be done, but those have been completed.
Yeah.
And we are very happy with what's happened.
Okay, so just one final question. Now that you've moved in and everything's done, would you recommend Gracewell Homes to anyone else who's looking for a builder?
We would indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The main thing is trust.
Yeah.
That's
And,
it.
This is it. With Trevor and his merry men, we feel we can trust them. We are quite happy to leave them in the house if we go out even.
Yes.
Which I
Okay.
think is something you can't say about many people.
Sure.
Well, Trevor had the keys, and
Yes.
he let himself in and out, and we knew that everything was safe. He made sure everything was locked up while we were away. So yeah, we had we trusted each other. I
Yes,
think.
absolutely.
We shook hands on the bargain, and we trusted each other, didn't we?
Yes.
So I think there's a lot to be said there. Not many people trust each other these days.
That's
do they?
right.
So,
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Okay, well, Sue, Neil, thank you very much indeed for your time.
thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah.